Welcome. Today, we're diving into a whimsical tale from ancient India that teaches us about creativity, resilience, and thinking outside the box. So, grab your mental flying horses and let's take off. Once upon a time, in a kingdom ruled by a rather stern king, two thieves found themselves in a pickle. They had been caught red-handed and were sentenced to death. Talk about a bad day, right? One thief was so distraught that he couldn't stop crying. The other, however, was a bit more, shall we say, resourceful. The second thief, instead of crying, started brainstorming. He thought, what if I could convince the king that I have a rare skill? What if I could teach his horse to fly? Now, that's some creative thinking. He knew that if he could buy some time, anything could happen. Maybe the king would die, or the horse would kick the bucket, or he might just find a way to escape. So, our clever thief requested a meeting with the king. After some convincing, the king agreed to hear him out. The thief boldly declared, "Your Majesty, I can teach your horse to fly." The king, intrigued by the idea of a flying horse, asked how long it would take. The thief replied, "1 year." The king, thinking of the fame and glory, decided to grant him that time. The next day, the thief's friend came to visit. He couldn't help but laugh and said, "You? Teach a horse to fly? You've never even flown a frog." But the thief just grinned and replied, My dear friend, in 1 year, anything can happen. And here's where the magic happens. This story teaches us that even in the direst situations, there's always a way out if we use our creativity and think positively. Sometimes, we just need a little time and a sprinkle of imagination. Who knows what might change in a year? Join me in the next story as we uncover what happened to the thief, the horse, and the king after a year. Plus, I'll share an ancient method of making gold. Until then, remember, your mind is your greatest tool. Use it wisely, and you might just find a way to fly, too. Thank you for joining me in this uplifting journey. Stay curious, stay creative, and keep believing in the impossible. See you next time.